Shalom. We're starting a new Torah portion, Vayera, and it means "and he appeared," and that is Yahweh appearing to Abraham, and that's the event where Yahweh revealed to Abraham and Sarah that they are going to have a son, Yitzhak. Then Sarah laughed, and that's the name of the one that is to come, the seed, or the prophetic picture of the Mashiach that will come from Abraham, which has been promised in the covenant he cut with Abraham. So Vayera is made up by the letters Vav, Yod, Resh, and Aleph. Now if you just look at that, you look at the beginning and the end, you see on the right we have the letter Vav, on the left we have the letter Aleph. Now Aleph, we know, means strength. That's also the meaning of Mamre, the plains of Mamre, it means strength. Now the Aleph is also the number 26 that links to YHVH, which is on the left, that's in the physical. So now we see Yahweh appearing in the physical realm, and in exchange for that we have the Vav, which represents man, on the right hand side. Now that Vav is now in the spiritual. So you see the connection between the physical and the spiritual, and the exchange of the awareness of man that goes into the spiritual realm, and Yahweh making contact in the physical. It is as if there's an eclipse of the spiritual and the physical overlapping in that point in time. Hence the appearance of Yahweh in the form of three men. Now what I've looked at is the gematria of Vayera. I'm not going to go into the detail of that, but from the meanings that I see there, I see the words like revering and fearing, and that's why Abraham bowed before the three men and addressed them as Yahweh. He saw something that we don't see. We see three men, and we think it's three messengers or three angels or whatever, but it's actually Yahweh expressed in a form where he came down to speak to the one he is in covenant with. Now whenever you have a contractual agreement and you are going to discuss this, you have to sign your contract with witnesses. Now I believe the three men in the center, we have the branch, and I'm using these terms because they are found within the gematria as well. The word branch and the word center. There's also within the gematria the word food, and that's what Abraham prepared. And that is where we also see the word in the gematria, which is brightness, a brilliant light, a big wall, and an elevated place referred to as a palace. So what we see here is Abraham's vision, or Yahweh allowing him to see into the spiritual, seeing exactly who the three men were. And if you think about it, if you look into the physical, you just see trees and the ground and whatever, camel feeding in the distance and all that, and suddenly there's an open vision where your eyes are open, but you see into the spiritual realm, and you see these three men with the backdrop now changed into this high place, and there's a brilliant radiance radiating from them, and you can see the city in the background. So what Abraham saw was into the future, and Yahweh revealed to him these matters that is to come, that is based on the covenant. And what's confirming this is I looked at the gematria of Sarah's name, which is not Sarah's name, Sarah's age, which is the number 90. And what I see there is similar language, which is a language where Yahweh sees Sarah in a future state, and she is only seeing herself as a tent dweller, which is one of the words. And the other word that's in that same gematria of 90 is the queen, the mighty anointed queen, and she has interaction and get information and submit to the king. So we see the same language within the gematria of Vayera, as well as the gematria of number 90, which is the age of Sarah, the crowned queen. The letter Shin that's on the resh, the head of Sarah, and she has the torso, the letter Hey, which is the breath of life, which is covering her heart, vital organs. So just with that, it just opened up, and I see these things, which I reckon are quite credible if you look at the gematria. The other thing that I looked at, which I still need to delve into tomorrow, is the gematria of Mamre. Now within Mamre, I see within the gematria the idea of the Rephaim and them guarding the place, which is the high place that connects to Yahweh. So it's as if there's a place where man could interact with Yahweh when Yahweh wills, but the enemy, the opposing forces, know that, and they are guarding this area in order to restrict man from accessing Yahweh. So that's just something I saw. I'll probably confirm it, or maybe not even look at it, but it's just something interesting I saw. So that just continues our idea of the spiritual, the opposing forces, the reality of the Rephaim and the Gibor after the flood, and they will be so active since the cutting of the covenant to oppose and restrict this message or this prophetic vision that Yahweh gave Abraham to come into play. So that's where the whole journey starts for Abraham, and he's got these opposing forces trying to restrict the outcome of the covenant. But as we know, those who curse Abraham will be cursed, those who bless Abraham will be blessed, and Yahweh is with you. So I just want to leave you with those thoughts, and I will speak to you soon. Shalom.